and good evening from Geneseo High School, Geneseo, Illinois. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style. And good welcome here tonight as Jeff Wellman's here as we do our first road game in the Western Big Six. Geneseo struggled a little bit last year as we swept Geneseo in both the games we played last year. It was up here and down there. We never made both of those games, but the Devils still have to act like it's the most important game. And speaking of important games and important things, Coach Pettit is alongside, and great view up here. Should be a blast tonight.
Well, you know, what I'm looking at here is, you know, first road game in the Big Six. You know, got to come out with a W. It looks good, but you got to come out and take care of business. You know, I know you like that song very much. But, you know, Geneseo comes in, you know, 0-4. They lost to Dixon, Rock Falls. North Scott did a pretty good job on them, and they also lost to Macomb, you know, by, 27. So, I mean, this is a team that, you know, if you come out and do what you have practiced and what you've done so far this year, this should be a W tonight for the Blue Devils.
Should be a blast. We'll be back. We'll hear from Coach's comments. Of course, they're brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith Family Giving Back, and we'll have the Blue Devils and the Maple Leafs.
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Of course, our coaches' comments are up next, and they're powered by Kunis Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. And with me, head coach of the Blue Devils, Andy Douglas. And, Coach, we've had a week since Thanksgiving. First of all, let's just recap Thanksgiving. We went 3-0, great tournament, MVP for BL3. Keyshawn and Dom also all tournament. Cameron had a heck of a tournament as well. So let's go there first.
No, it was a good weekend for us. I mean, anytime you can pick up 3 rows, you know, at home, gradually improve every game. I thought, you know, we walked away with that happy, but also knowing that we had a lot of room for improvement, still do. So this week of practice was key for us to kind of fine-tune some things offensively, defensively, gave us a chance to get after it, you know, in practice, go at each other a little bit, grow, and looking forward to a good weekend.
How did the week of practice go overall?
It was solid. You know, this is a competitive group, so, you know, we challenged them a lot, got on defense a lot. You know, we really needed to clean some things up. Nothing major, just some small things, but we did that offensively, you know, fine-tuned some things, you know, pinpointed some areas that we needed to improve on, and overall I thought it was a great week.
And as we know, defense wins championships.
It does, and that's what this group really needs to get through, you know, the most. Obviously, scoring is fun, and they do a pretty good job of putting the ball in the rim, but we got to be a team that locks up defensively, and, you know, hopefully we can do that this weekend.
Well, we open up the Western Big Six up here, and then we get our non-conference game tomorrow, but we don't pay attention to Saturday until Friday's done. And even though it's Geneseo, we've got to set a tone for the WB6.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where, you know, things can get sloppy. We want the opposite of that. Everything that we do needs to be crisp, you know, offensively, not trying to, you know, reinvent anything, to stick to what we do, trust what we do, and defensively, not trying to do too much, you know, gambling, trying to get steals for dunks on the other end. We got to stay fine-tuned to what we do defensively, all of which prepare us for tomorrow night.
Sounds like a winner then. We'll catch you after the ballgame. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And, of course, that's Andy Douglas. His comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, it's the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Geneseo Maple Leafs.
Bet you outdrive you this hole. If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiberg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up to date and thorough. Freiberg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
That's right, and we're back at Geneseo pregame show. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit, and you heard Coach talking there. And of course, it was let's talk about last weekend. Let's ask you how the practice week went, and what do we got going? Starting the Western Big Six.
Well, you know, we got to look forward here. I mean, great tournament. They beat a very, very good Burbank St. Lawrence team that came in the first polls at number 7 in 3A. They beat them by 22. You know, we got to continue on, keep getting better. I mean, like Coach said, this is one of those games to where, yeah, you should come in, you should win. You know, we start playing around, getting sloppy. We don't want to do that. We want to run our stuff, you know, get out there and get after it on the defensive end. I think a big thing tonight is going to be, you know, the bench. You know, coming off the bench, because hopefully we get a lead to where the bench can get some playing time. And, you know, hopefully they're competing, you know, for more playing time down the road.
And that is key, especially you're going in to get into a road trip tonight, Coach. We drive all the way back home tonight. Then we've got a non-conference, very tough team tomorrow.
Very, very good team tomorrow. Deerfield, their only loss this year is to the team ranked number 1, you know, in 4A, and that was by 12 points. You know, Gurney Warren up there. So tomorrow night is going to be a very, very good game, a good test for the Blue Devils.
And for you out there, make sure you get out to Blue Devil Gymnasium. If not, listen to us right here on megasportsco.com, and right now it's going to be the national anthem. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be the starting lineups, and of course, they're brought to you by Blessing Health and Sports Medicine.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And that was our national anthem here at Geneseo. We get ready. New basketball floor here, first year for it. It was not here last year, but they just put a new floor on, so get a chance to look at that. Really kind of cool inside the land of 3. It's kind of a gray wood. I like that. It looks really nice out there.
Well, we're in the land of the leaf. You know what I mean? It's, you know, the maple leaves, you know, with the Green Bay sign. You know, me being up in Chicagoland, it's a little bit tough for me to look at.
Well, but you have Geneseo, and that's the G they use.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the starting lineups. First, we're going to go with the Blue Devils. They'll bring their road blue trimmed in white. Cameron Wires wears number 5. He'll start off at a guard. You got Bradley Longcore, the 3rd, number 12. Then you got Dom Clay, number 14. All seniors, by the way. Mark Louthan, number 20. And the big man inside, Keyshawn Thomas. And, of course, the Devils are coached by Andy Douglas, Coach Bonas, Coach Brown, and Coach Obert. And in the first game, Coach Obert with the victory, 57-39 for the Sophomores. On the other side, Geneseo wear their road or their home white trimmed in blue. No, how about trimmed in green?
Yes.
There you go. It's number 11, Brody Clements, number 5'9", junior. Number 14, Cruz Ludwig, a 6'1", senior. Number 21, Quinn Van Kerbrock. And his grandpa just went in the IBCA Hall of Fame playing at Anawan. I just saw it this week. Number 22, Jaden Barrage, number 6'2", sophomore. And number 23, Landon Nordstrom, a 6'1", junior. And, of course, the head coach here in his second year, Ryan Hill. Coach Thornton was here for a while. We'll have some shout-outs throughout the night as well. Thank you, Jeff Dorsey, for mentioning last night about Tim Kinsherf and Mike Lawrence. We might share that throughout the broadcast going in the IBCL. We just shared it, by the way, as we're ready to go. Devils are going to work left to right on your dial. In the center circle is Mark Louthen. Tip goes back, and it's in the back court. Dom Clay saves it. Over to Cameron. Wires across the timeline. Man-to-man coming out of Geneseo. Left side, Dom Clay into the block. Keyshawn should see it tonight a lot. Back out in the corner. Cameron with a nice drive baseline. Kicks it out to the top. Louthen for three. No good. Long rebound. Cameron Wires gets the rebound.
Good extra pass on the first possession there.
Yeah, wide open
wide
shot.
Open look.
Good look shot, too. Louthen can take that. All the Devils can shoot from around the arc.
Ooh.
Bouncing it after the screen. Cameron Wires up. Good. Wires gets the first one. Louthen gets the assist.
Could have been and one.
Devils are going to come out in a little full court pressure. 1-2-2. Cameron Wires at the point. Longcore and Dom Clay at the half court. Deep is Louthen and Thomas. Inside. Good move inside. Missing the shot, but getting his own rebound. Kicking it back out. Shot from three. Good. And that was from the right wing. Shot was made there by Nordstrom. Nordstrom on the bucket. Goes quickly inside. The Devils. Louthen gets it.
Great pass by Keyshawn. Got double team, flipped it over to Louthen for an easy layup.
Keyshawn made the bucket there, or Louthen?
Louthen.
That's what I thought.
Keyshawn had the assist.
Awesome job there. Full court pressure still being applied. And a quick timeout. We'll stay right here as Geneseo wants to talk about that. And that's the key. I like seeing it. We've not ran the 1-2-2 much. Again, we've ran a lot of man-to-man. But this is a good time to open it up.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, that 1-2-2 is going to come in handy, when you go to these shootouts and when you go down to Collinsville, because I think they're going to use the 35-second shot clock. So if you can slow the ball and make them take 10 seconds, 8 seconds to get it over half court, it's going to take another 4 or 5, to get set up against the 1-2-2 zone. Shoot 35-second clock's about, they can run one play, and then after that, you're down to 5, 6, 7 seconds, and you got to do something fast. Then you go man and, go after it like that.
IHSA, by the way, has approved the 35-second shot clock this season.
But
you have to have both teams agree with it.
Well,
and then it won't be in the playoffs until 27.
Yep. But I say the tournaments, the State Farm, they're going to be there in the shootouts. For sure it's going to be there.
Man-to-man coming out of the Devils out of the timeout. Good job switching things up. Dom Clay out on the left side, directing traffic. That was Cruz Ludwig. Comes back to the point. Check that. That was Van Kerbrock. Pass to the right side, out of bounds. And a good job. He can put pressure on guys. It'll create turnovers like that. We're down to 6:09 left first quarter action.
Louthen took the ball out of bounds and then threw it in and said, official, I got to touch it first.
And that's right. It was 4-3. That first shot on the other side was a three-pointer. Right good baseline. Luck. Good shot by Keyshawn.
Good step back, face up, and that 12 to 15-foot shot. He's got that down pretty good.
Good pressure by the Devils in the half-court set. Geneseo in the half-court set now. Devils staying in that man-to-man. Nordstrom with the basketball off the right side. And he'll give it right back here to Van Kerbrock. 4 on the perimeter and not really anybody in the post. We've seen a lot about this. Clay tipped it loose. Here comes Louthen. Louthen to Clay. Clay throws it down. Little late on that one, sorry folks. As Dom Clay throws down the dunk. 8-2. Devils
another
lead.
steal.
Longcore in, and Longcore no good, but Longcore will shoot 2. Bradley with the steal on that, and that's what we're looking for, transitioning defense into offense.
Well, once again, the good defense turns into easy offense. At 2 trips up and down, Blue Devils have expanded this lead.
First foul of the game has been called on Cruz Ludwig. which makes it the first foul on the other side. Was it the other night? That was the girls the other night that just seemed to, balls were coming off the rim. They just weren't hitting free throws like normal, but didn't shoot a lot of them. Loncore's got another one. Bradley on the second one. No good. Fighting for the rebound.
Keyshawn.
And Keyshawn took the rebound away and scored. Took it away from Louthen.
10-3 here with 5:13 to go here in the first quarter.
Full court pressure being applied. That 1-2-2 with Wires at the point. Clay, and you watch Loncore playing that middle part of the court.
Oh,
now there's a
deflection, steal.
Wires all the way into the
pass.
left corner. Loncore passes it up. Loncore, the slow, deliberate move, and I love it. He slowed down his move and went all the way in for the score.
He had the three, passed it up inside, take it to the hole.
10 straight points for the Devils, now leading 12-3. Still in that full court pressure, three-quarter court, 1-2-2. Half court, there's
Quick
the Devils
hands.
with another steal. Down court, and that is Loncore for the dunk on that one. Good job by Bradley. He's got 2. And coach wants to call a timeout on that. I think I would too. So with 4:28 left in the first quarter, the Devils lead this one 14-3.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Little band action here without the band. Pumped in music. We played not quite halfway through the first quarter, Coach, and it's a 14-3 lead.
12-point run here for the Blue Devils. And it's all come from the defense, the deflections, and then passing ahead and being unselfish, and all the scores that they've gotten, probably assists on most of them.
I like to see that. We talk about that a lot, and that's showing you're sharing and playing good basketball. Here we come back to the 1-2-2 three-quarter court. Devils in it, getting after it, slowing the ball down a little bit. At the point, that's Brody Clements. Ball is lost. Clay takes it away. Down in the right corner. Cameron Wires looks, no. Bounces it inside.
Great pass.
Good pass. Wires the pass. Louthen gets the score.
Great pass. Backhand from the corner down to Louthen. Is cutting to the basket. Easy layup for the Devils. Once again, though, the defense turned it over.
Clements with it. Hasn't got it over there. And there's a kick. Speaking of the shot clock, we do the little whoop-de-doo and reset the shot clock. Yeah, I checked out the rules. There's a couple of them today this year for emphasis. One was the blood rule, and basically after 20 seconds, if you don't get a kid cleaned up, you either take a timeout or take the kid out.
Or take him out, yeah.
Yep. And then again, the shot clock was the other thing. Here's Nordstrom across the timeline.
Another ball deflection by
Loncore did a good job.
Then I think Geneseo threw it away on the sideline.
Well, Keyshawn was flying that way too, and then all of a sudden they threw it right down the line and out of bounds. So here come the Devils, quickly down on the block. Keyshawn, and he finds a cutting Loncore, and Loncore came from the right corner and then did a reverse left-hander.
I tell you what, this key to this 1-2-2 is Wires up front, putting the pressure on the ball.
In the half-court set.
Now you got a good
Nordstrom
trap.
had trouble. Shot from the corner, no good from 3. Keyshawn's on the weak side. Shot was taken from the corner there by Cruz Ludwig, no good. And we got substitutions. Number 25, Jack Chris. And number 35, Owen Parker into the lineup. Taking a seat, Barrage and Clements. And here come the Devils down the court working left to right. On the right side, looking inside Keyshawn, back to the corner. That's BL3. Popping out was Keyshawn for the 3. Keyshawn's 3 is no good. Great position by Loncore. Repositions himself. Wow, and they call it traveling. He repositioned himself to square up, and they called a travel on that one. That was
we are playing at the Leaf.
And that's anywhere, right, no doubt. Approaching 3 minutes left, first quarter action. Devils lead 18-3.
Good energy on the defensive end by the Devils to start this game.
1-2-2. There's a drive up off the glass. Nice shot there. And it breaks that 16-point run by the Devils, and that was Landon Nordstrom who hit the shot.
Get it to him. What are you waiting for?
Trying to go inside. They finally get Loncore. Loncore does the same move he just did, goes to the opposite side with the same left hand. Nice job.
Well, Keyshawn was open on the block too, so you had your choice.
Devils putting pressure in the backcourt. There's Cameron with a steal. Cameron pulls up 15-footer. No good. Weak side. 3 guys from Geneseo are there. They didn't fight, but what happened was the ball bounced. And where'd it go? Right to Bradley Longcore for the easy layup. That was bad luck right there.
Or good luck if you're a Blue Devil
fan.
fan.
If he was Shamrock, it's a Maple Leaf, not a Shamrock, I guess. So we're pretty good at that.
Well, they got 5 Leafs around there, I guess.
Devils still in the man-to-man set in the half court now. I like that when they drop back to that. Nordstrom back to the top of the key. That's Parker. Keyshawn knocks it away, and Keyshawn heads the other way. Keyshawn goes in strong, and Keyshawn is fouled, so he'll go to the line to shoot. Keyshawn showing a little Cameron Byquist speed, outrunning our camera. I like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Keyshawn, the work he's done, this summer to get stronger, thin down, get quicker, he's done a heck of a job.
On the foul, the second foul on Geneseo, it was number 35, Owen Parker. Keyshawn to line to shoot 2. He's got a couple buckets already in this game, and he connects the first free throw. We missed that other one. Longcore, that was a couple that rolled out. Real surprising. Dom Clay takes a break. Jerreris Rice Jr. into the ball game, and he has some electricity from that guard spot, especially athletically.
I can almost bet you won't see BL3 miss 2 free throws at any one sitting at the free throw line this year.
I'll agree with you, Coach.
And if it is, it'll be a big surprise because he's got to be shooting, 80? 80%, give or take?
I didn't have that in my book, though. I'll have to double check. With that, we do have the lead 24-5. Inside 2 minutes left. First quarter action. Geneseo with the ball.
Blue Devils back in the man.
I like to see that. Nordstrom off the left side. Goes against Lauthen. Throws up that. Oh, and another shot. I'm going to tell you what, this kid likes to shoot the ball. He's got all 7 points for him. In transition. Devils, high post. Kicks around. Rice has it now. Working against Parker. Left side, Lauthen. Brings it to the middle. You're that close, take it. Instead he goes to Cameron Wires. He steps to the right side for a 3. Good! Wires passed up the first 3, hit the second one. And, of course, that 3 is brought to you by the Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Like the Devils with a 1-2-2 and then drop it into a man-to-man when they do come back. At the top is Chris. He's back in the ball game. Longcore doing a great job out high. That was Van Kierenbrock. Parker flashes over on the block. Turnaround, fader. Nice shot there by Parker. He connects. Did a little fade shot there on Longcore. Other end. Quickly down the court. Devils in the half-court set. Wires into the high post. Rico Clay Jr. checked in. 22-footer, right side, no good. Weak side rebound, Rice. Devils get another shot with 30 seconds. Rice
Good
drives to the hole.
move.
Great move. And the nice thing is he used his left because he is left-handed.
Good, strong move after the offensive glass.
Rice was in perfect position for that. 29-9. Devils with the lead. Turnaround. No. Good defense there. Kicks it out. Left side behind the arc. Parker misses. Good screen out. Bob missed a long rebound. And Rico came in to help out. Coming down, Lauthen fires from the outside. No good. And that's the end of the first quarter. I was wondering what he pulled up for. I forgot we were getting down there. And after one quarter, it's your Blue Devils 29, the Maple Leafs 9. And, of course, you're listening to Blue Devil Basketball.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
Little AC/DC here at Geneseo. We're through one quarter here. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Quarter looks pretty good. Devils scored the first bucket, gave up a three-pointer, down 3-2. Ran off 16 straight points, got up 18-5. Ran off a six-pointer there to go up 24-5. And at the end of the quarter, 29-9, up by 20, and sharing the basketball and playing a lot of good D.
Well, yeah, the defense with the deflections and going down to the other end on your 3-on-2, 2-on-1s. That's the way this Blue Devil team's gonna live this year and win ball games. Is on the defensive end.
As we get a shout out there, hey, our man, Mr. Castleman. He called us up, our video man there. As we break into the action here, heading back down. Geneseo in the half-court set. We'll check your lineup here for the Devils as we got a couple substitutions there. Good hands there by Rico. Parker gets it, though, for Geneseo. Good block shot by Rice. Wow, Bryce got up there and blocked that. But Juarez is going to be calling for the first foul against the Devils in the second quarter. Parker will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. And Parker up there. Our lineup right now for the second quarter, Juarez Rice Jr., Trace Ruth came in, also Dom and Rico Clay Jr. They're both not juniors, only Rico. And, of course, BL3. First free throw was good. Second one good as well. Parker hits 2. He's got 4 points. Off the other way. Devils in the half-court set. Ruth with the basketball. Right side, Rice. Back up to Ruth. Left side, shot from 3. Dom Clay, no good. Parker comes down with it for Geneseo. Devils will go back into a man-to-man set. Clay picks it up on the far side. Clements has the ball at half court. Right there is Dom Clay. Devils really stretching him out. It goes down the block. Ruth does a good job. Pass was stolen. Now
good job by Rico getting his hand in there.
Rice tries to take it all the way down, has it blocked back at him, and then taking the ball was Nordstrom.
That's one of those ones where you want him to stop about 12 foot out, just do that little floater, and then have his teammates, hit the glass.
Good drive to the basket on that one. That was Jack Chris. He hits this. Devils on the other end. Dom Clay in past inside. And that was an easy layup for Rico there. Nice shot, Rico. 31-13, Devils with the lead. In the half-court set. Man-to-man coming back. Clements with Longcore on him. All the way to the hole, Parker, and Parker hits. He's got 2. What's up, Coach? Longcore left side, Dom Clay. Clay back out to Longcore. 6 minutes and 9 seconds counting in the first. 31-15. Devils with the lead. Rice, pick and roll, and it went to Clay. Tipped out of bounds. Parker got his paw up there.
Bounce pass would have worked much better on that situation.
Substitution. Nordstrom gets a break. Back into the ball game. Quinn Van Kierenbrock. Devils will trigger. Left side. Longcore drives in traffic. And a great move all the way down. Longcore takes it in for the score. He's got 12 now. 33 for the Devils. Little passive pressure in the backcourt. Little man-to-man. Clements comes back out to set it for Geneseo. He calls out another player, but he says, I'll keep it. Parker steps out of the top. Rico doing a good job of stopping him, pushing him to the left side. Clements with the ball. Tries to dribble through. Clay had it briefly. Now it was tipped by Longcore out to Rice. Down court. Longcore goes in. Longcore up. Count it. 2 points, Longcore. Good pass there as well, and I believe Trace Ruth threw that pass, did he not?
Yes. Very good look ahead. Very good look ahead.
We're moving down the court pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Camera's working a little bit there. They're just a slight little behind him, but we're there, folks. Ruth out at the point. He's got Van Kierenbrock. 4 on the perimeter. One guy drops down low. That's down low with Chris. Inside to Parker. Parker's a big guy, the redhead. His shot no good. Weak side. Ruth comes away with the rebound. Looks for a little help. It's
good
down the right side. Clay drives all the way in. Clay, good move there. Dom basically switched hands and went from the left side to the right with a good slashing move. Devils going to drop it back now with 4:30 left in the first half, that is. Drop back to man-to-man. Rice pick it out high. He's got Barrage. Barrage back in the game. And a traveling call. That's what happens when you play some pretty good defense. Keyshawn and Cameron are coming back. Rico and Juarez going to take a break. Also substitutions on the other side. Clements takes a seat. Also K-R-E-I-S-S, and I think he even said that was okay. Chris will stay with it. Left side, going in the block.
That's a foul.
Keyshawn got hammered. Ball hits the floor. Parker goes for it. Keyshawn came in to steal it, and we had a timeout, so we'll take a timeout. 4:13 left first half action. Devils lead 37-15. It is Blue Devil basketball right here.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And we're back, but not back in black. The Devils are wearing blue and white tonight. They do wear that black. But Coach Pett and I are wearing our black pullovers.
Yes, we're dressed chicly tonight.
Tomorrow night we'll go back to the blue, and we've got the silver.
Well, tomorrow early, 1:30, we'll be at the girls' gymnasium for a very good Sterling team, 6-1 coming in versus the 4-1 Lady Devils. And then tomorrow night, we've got I think that's the 19th ranked team in the state, Deerfield, coming to Blue Devil Gymnasium. So it should be fun tomorrow night, all day tomorrow.
Devils coming back into some full court pressure. Yeah, it was a little passive there, just trying to kill some time coming down. Parker gets it on the left side. Keyshawn knocks it away. Stick around for halftime. We'll break down the first half. We'll talk about the Western Big Six, as this is the opening night of the Western Big Six. Tell you what other games are going on as well. Girls picked up their victory last night, 72-19 against these Geneseo Maple Leafs. Well, not these, the girls' version of it. They're young, but they'll come around. We saw the coaches out here before, and they looked and said, didn't we just see you last night? Indeed you did. Left side, down to the left corner. Almost lost the ball in the corner. Picking that basketball back up, Van Kerenbrock. He's still got the dribble, but Longcourt almost takes it away, but pushes him into half court. Still on the left side, Ludwig with the ball. Off Ludwig after he lost the ball. And with that, it'll go back to the Blue Devils.
I think after that timeout, Coach got kind of into their shorts a little bit, saying, okay, let's get after it defensively. That possession was much more aggressive.
Yep, we talked about the defense being key there. Cameron across the timeline. Longcourt, Clay, Louthan all on the perimeter. Keyshawn down low. Ball comes right side. In the short corner, right side. Shot. Keyshawn misses, but Longcourt gets the strong side rebound, Longcourt took the shot. It bounces to the weak side, and Keyshawn goes for it, but doesn't knock it out of bounds with 3:15 left in the half. Blue Devil basketball.
He was over there on the weak side battling with the 6'6" Parker kid, and, he got the better of it.
Ball goes in, out to Longcourt, right back in the left corner. Dom Clay for three, no good. Keyshawn, the strong rebound. The short shot, no good. Tipped away, Louthan to Keyshawn. Misses it. Louthan gets another rebound. Great job here. They're going to say it's on the floor as Mark was going hard to the basket. It will be the first foul of the second quarter on the Maple Leafs. And somebody on the bench just been told, hey, now settle down over there.
Great job, in the effort on the offensive rebounding glass by the Blue Devils. They had 3 extra shots at the basket, plus they got the ball out of bounds.
Nordstrom got called for the foul against the Maple Leafs. Here on the right side, BL3, good! BL3 from 23 on that one. Nice shot by Longcourt. Devils break into 40. Full court pressure coming from the Devils.
Good steal by Wires. Good pass.
Steal in the backcourt, all the way down. Longcourt tips it in. That's about the time the camera runs down and catches it. Coach, he's already landed in. I like the way the Devils are moving, though.
Well, it's kind of hard to stay up with them as fast as they're going.
There we are.
Another
steal
steal
already. Keyshawn to Cameron. It gets tipped in the backcourt, and here comes Owen Parker. Louthan does a good job getting his hand up. Rebound came out. No good. Keyshawn gets the rebound. Devils head out the other way.
Good pass.
Down the block to Louthan. Louthan trying to make a good turnaround move. Mark's shot comes up. And the reason it came up short, because he did get hit on the arm. And instead, it'll be foul on the Devils. Their first, they only had 1 foul in the second quarter. This looks like maybe the second one, so maybe I'm behind one. Or maybe they're ahead of one. Waiting for the call here on the Devils with 2:04 left in the first half. It is on Mark Louthan, his first. So with 2:04 left in the first half, Devils with a 42-15 lead are going to go back to that three-quarter court. Or at least maybe man if they jump into it. I think it is man. Clay's in the backcourt along with Longcore and Wires. Half court is Louthan.
Man, they're going to jump it. There you go. Oh, you got to trap that. Oh, over and back.
Looked like he did.
Now it's got to be.
Instead of Wires gets it, though.
That's all right. We'll
Wires
take the
comes
steal
down.
instead.
Wires kicks into the right corner. Dom Clay fires. No good. Ball comes back out. BL3 with it. By the way, BL3 hit that three.
Good pass.
As Louthan misses the shot. Looked like he got pushed a little bit.
Yeah.
Owen Parker on the other end.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to congratulate Dom on the Jeremiah. But I got to tell you, he had a little acting in there because that was not a charge.
Yeah, you know, we kind of had the forearm going out.
I'll give you that then. That is his second, Owen Parker's second foul. Team foul. Now, see, they got up there. Oh, there it is, the second foul. Good job. So team fouls are a 2-2, 1:34 left in the second. Taking a break over there is Barrage. Devils back with the basketball. Devils work right side. Clay back to the top of the key. Longcore. In the high post is Louthan. Low post, Keyshawn. Ball was tipped. Here comes Parker the other way. He's going to try to go coast to coast. That one might have been more of a charge, except for Bradley was backpedaling. And so Parker will go to the line to shoot two. Just about the time you try to catch up there, Coach, it seems to slow up on you. Owen Parker made two earlier. He's got three of them now. 42-16.
Maybe we should go to the fast mode.
That's me. Well, I might do
or
that
maybe the medium mode.
Because just that point when you go, it would take off. Second one good. Longcore, his first foul, by the way. Third team foul. Owen Parker, 4 for 4 on the other side. 42-17. Devils with some substitution here. All right, Coach. I got my wheels on now.
All right. Let's see if we can keep up.
Camera gets there. It just waits for the computer to catch it. There you go, like that. I love it. So it's just waiting for me or waiting for the computer. Jarius Rice back in the ball game. Also another substitution. We'll check that in a second here. Ball's around the perimeter. Dom Clay looked at the three. Back to Wires. Top of the key. Cameron stops. Oh, and a great pass inside. Wires went down low. Avion Tate for his first, and I think that might be his first performance of the season. Action in a half court already. Wires playing man-to-man. Back to the top of the key. That's Carlson just checking in the game. Louthan on him. 5-second call yet? Nope, it's not there.
4.5.
Rice picks his man up. Ball's knocked away. Ludwig now goes out. That's Cameron, 2-on-1. Alley-oop. No good for Clay. Clay gets his own rebound. Clay pumps, gets it. Dom was not going to be denied that one, Coach.
Well, they tried to throw the lob up to him. Wasn't quite there.
And at half court, was it an over and back or a violation?
Offensive foul, I believe.
Oh, so he pushed off a little bit at half court. Well, with that, that's the third team foul on Geneseo. It's not up on the board yet, so we'll get that offensive foul in a second to you.
Number 20.
Down to 11 seconds left in the first half. Wires off the left side. Louthan steps. Wires pulls. 15-footer. Cameron with a nice shot there. And a great pull-up to end the first half. And at half, the Devils looking good on all cylinders, leading 48-17.
Yep, the defensive end, giving up 17 points, and a half. I think they got a little bit soft there a little bit in the beginning of the second quarter, but, they stepped it up here at the end, and, they're walking in with a 31-point lead at halftime.
The only scare with that means that we'll get to the fourth quarter, and we'll be running into that running clock, when you bring the bench in, that's kind of a shame because those guys work hard. And they don't get to play as much. So
well, and hopefully, like I say, this game right now with a 31-point lead, let the starters come out, play the first couple 3 minutes, of the third quarter, and then after that it should be okay, let's get our reserves in there and let's see what you got on the bench, because let's face it, you're going to need 9 or 10, when you start playing the tougher teams, because you're going to have people that can go in and perform and you not lose anything, while they're in there.
It's halftime. Devils lead 48-17, and we'll have halftime and more of that coming back.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils!
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
And we are back at Geneseo High School. It is halftime. Devils with this one, a nice, comfortable lead. Devils started this one off with the first bucket. Geneseo hit a 3. And the Devils went on a 16-point run. Got up 18-5. Put another 6-point run together, 24-5. After one, 29-9. Second quarter, they had another nice run right in the middle of the quarter, up 31-15. So starting off the quarter, Geneseo led 6-2 in the quarter. But then the Devils put that 11-point run together, led 42-15. After giving up 2 free throws, they run off 6 more points, and we're at halftime, 48-17. Looking pretty good, Coach.
Well, I like what the Blue Devils have done, this first half. They've switched up their defenses, the 1-2-2 ball press, three-quarter court. Got a lot of steals on that, and then they dropped back to the half-court man, still got after it, and, turned their stellar defense,
From the, they did a lot of man-to-man last week, but they went from basically the man, then they went into their 1-2-2 three-quarter court. And I think that really sparked the defense into the offense.
Well, yeah, and like I say, a lot of deflections. With their length and their athleticism, you've got, Wires up front that is very active. He's balling up. He's getting his hand on balls, at 5'10". And then your second row there, my goodness, you got 6'4", 6'4" on your second row, deflecting passes, and then you go 6'5", 6'6" on the back row. So, you've got a lot of length, a lot of athleticism, and like I said before, we get into these tournaments like Collinsville. Last year, Collinsville had the 35-second shot clock. The 1-2-2 three-quarter court, if you make them spend 8-9 seconds, getting over the, half court, and then get back and then let them get into their sets because a lot of teams aren't set up to go against the 1-2-2. They don't have very many plays against that. So if you can get, drop back into it, maybe, extend it out to the volleyball line with our length and athleticism, let them run a play. After the play's over, you got 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Then you get after a man, and, you get your deflections. You don't let your guy catch the ball, block them out, and then go the other way.
And they're looking good, Coach. Nice breakdown there. And, of course, we mentioned with the pregame here, a couple guys going in the IBCA that have a real affiliation with us. Of course, Tim Kinshirf spent a number of years not only at WTAD, but then he jumped over to KZZK, and him and Matt Longo were the team for the Blue Devils for a lot of years. Tim does a great job. He's got that voice. Him and Bruce Terstegen and Jeff Dorsey, they've got radio voices. I just love their voice and their depth of their voice. Also, Mike Lawrence. And Mike, of course, came up from KGRC, along with Jeff Myers, who's already in the Hall of Fame, joined Mike Moyers, who also was in the Hall of Fame, and even Dorsey at that point when they had Sports Rap the first time. before you ever heard of Jeff Wellman and Bob Goff. So congratulations to both of them. Now, on a sad note, even though he's probably a big supporter of Notre Dame because he was the executive director of the foundation, but he was also mayor of Quincy for 8 years. We lost John Spring, and such a great man. I'll tell you what, he was an Alleman graduate. You heard me talking a couple years ago when Steve Spanich passed away. John and I had a long talk about Spanich and about knowing him up at school, and we shared that, oddly enough, when Notre Dame played Calvary, where Spanich had been. So what a great man, and of course he always loved listening to us, and I think that's pretty awesome stuff. Of course, he did broadcasting himself, and he was there on that Notre Dame-Lewiston game when it was me and Randy Dickens doing football, and him and Ori McGee, and I can't remember the third person, were freezing our tails, heads, ears, everything off.
Yep.
If you remember that, that was a windy one. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'll give a couple more shout-outs, and, of course, we'll get ready for second-half action. Devils lead big.
At Blessing Health, our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And we are back here at Geneseo. Hey, I got to give a shout out I did not do last week, and that is a 1964 cheerleader. And, of course, she ended up marrying her sweetheart in 1964. And, of course, that's Sharon Thompson. That was her maiden name as a cheerleader. And, of course, she married Doug Green, Greg Green's older brother. Of course, Greg's a good friend of ours, and he's an IT guy retired over in Springfield, and he's usually listening to the game. So, and, of course, the Greens, Doug and Sharon, they live out in the San Francisco area, real close to Brunner's brother Donnie, who lives in Livermore. So a shout-out. And I don't think Doug is out on the sailboat right now. He sails. He's in the Caribbean. He's all over the place. And when he does come back to Quincy, he usually stops by and sees Terry Austin, his good old friend there. So multiple shout-outs to some of the yesteryear Blue Devils. Well, Coach, I tell you, looking out there, the Devils have done just what you want to see on the first night of the conference and then turn around. And speaking of which.
So what do we got scoring-wise here?
Well, right now you've got Longcourt leading the way. First quarter, he had 10 points. Second quarter, 9. So he's at 19 and his score. And, of course, if you keep it along the way, that is probably 1,381, I think, as a running one. How about that? And so he's getting real close to you, Keith. That is Keith Douglas, who I think is next online up there as well. Hey, here's the way the conference looks tonight for the Blue Devils. You've got Moline hosting Sterling. Sterling, of course, has had a good ball team last couple of years, but Moline is strong this year.
Score 11-3 in the first quarter. Moline's up on Sterling at the Musgrove.
Yep.
The Musgrave.
Oh, is it up at Sterling?
Yeah, it's at Sterling, I believe.
Oh, I had it listed at the Fieldhouse. So
maybe I'm wrong.
It's got to be at one of those two places.
Well, we got a second quarter score. We got the Rock Island Rocks 22 and the Galesburg Silver Streaks 10. Let me see if I can find the last ones.
East Moline, Alleman.
East Moline, Alleman. Let me see if I can find that one.
And when I looked up, I saw the white and green, and I said, wait a minute, we're at Alleman. It is funny when you have the Maple Leafs and the Pioneers because they're both matched up in that green and white. Last night, luckily, it was the dark green or the road green for the Geneseo Maple Leafs against the Devils, the ladies. Boy, they really looked good last night. Madeline Hamby had a great game, and I had unofficially her with 18 and Jada Brown with 20. I was told it was the other way around. I will go back and watch my whole video because you know me, I don't miss much on the scoring, but I'm going to go ahead and take Frank Cash and the table's word for it. And Hamby with 20. She was your player of the game last night. And with that, don't forget to stick around. The player of the game here will be after the ball game in the Hardee's postgame show after we hear from Coach and the Cunis Coach's comments. And, of course, that's brought to you, by the way, the player of the game by Mark Freiberg. And if you were looking around, Freiberg was on our post tonight as he was here early watching his grandson, Tanner's boy, playing for the sophomore squad. And they look good, as I mentioned earlier, 57-39 Quincy High Sophomores. With the win. Second half ready to start off. It's going to be Wires, Longcourt, Louthan, Dom Clay, and Keyshawn Thomas. They'll work right to left in the second half on your dial. We'll check the other side here in a second. Ball works left side. Longcourt looks for it inside. Comes back out. Dom Clay stops at the right elbow. Oh, and a great bounce pass inside. And we'll count that one. That was a good one. Clay gets the assist. Keyshawn gets the bucket. He has 8.
Gets the easy bucket with the good pass.
Pressure being applied out here on the midcourt. Trying not to go too fast, Coach. You got me in fast mode, so I didn't want to run past the camera too fast. Half court. Top of the key now. Right side, that's Nordstrom. We'll check that line, the rest of that lineup in a second here. Nordstrom with the ball, working against Thomas. Stops at the second block. Boy, great defense out of Keyshawn.
Good job moving his feet.
Ball gets kicked back out. Cruz Ludwig goes left side. Over on the left side is Quinn Van Kierenbrock. Clements is the other one. And rounding out the lineup, Ludwig, of course I just mentioned him. Check the other player there. Clements tries to go to the basket. Thomas does a great job of reaching in, knocking the ball down, and it went off the foot, and it'll be Blue Devil basketball.
Good, sticky, aggressive defense by the Blue Devils on that half-court set.
Devils coming across the timeline. Wires with the ball. Comes left side. Nope, it'll go back right side. Louthan went to Thomas. Thomas looks inside, but goes right side to Longcourt. Louthan knocked down one man. He's got another man out there. Here comes Clay. Crossover. Dom all the way to the basket. Dom went ahead and took a step. He got the advantage and scores. That's a nice move by Dom.
Good take. And that's the one thing about the Blue Devils. You've got anybody out there on the floor that can put up 20 points every night.
Dom's got 8 so far in this ball game. Pressure being applied outside. Man-to-man for the Devils. At the top is Barrage. He wears number 22. Van Kierenbrock comes around. Back to the top of the key, Nordstrom. Nordstrom starts to drive. Louthan with good help there on Keyshawn to help it out. Back between. 6 minutes left in third quarter action. Devils scoring the first 4 points of the quarter. And a bad pass right to Coach Ryan Hill. He's not allowed to play, so we'll go over to the Blue Devils.
Once again, very good aggressive defense by the Blue Devils, getting in the passing lanes and taking Geneseo out of their offensive sets.
Devils across the timeline. Wires comes across, passes a screen up on the left side, sends it in the right corner to Louthan. Louthan bouncing on the block. Longcourt comes right, now fades left. Good. This time he used a little bit of the rim and then the backboard after that. Longcourt his first points of the second half.
I don't want to say this, but that was Michael Jordan-esque right down there with the little flip back and forth and then the little fadeaway.
He's had a few of those so far this year, and I really like it.
His mid-range game has stepped up 3 or 4 notches from last year.
Thomas playing great D in front of the Maple Leaf bench on Nordstrom. He forced Nordstrom to lose the ball out of bounds, and the Devils will get the basketball back.
And a lot of that has to do with the work he's done this summer, getting stronger.
Keyshawn inside the turnaround shot. Camera finally catches up to Keyshawn with a bucket. Good job there, Keyshawn. Scoring right now 56-17. Approaching 5 minutes left, third quarter action. Right side Clements. Louthan comes out on him. He's 24 feet from the basket. Inside, we got a hold. A little hug out there. I think Dom's going to be called for that. Sure enough, give a little loving out there to the Maple Leafs. His first foul. By the way, we saw Dom at the girls' game last night. In the postgame, I mentioned to Coach Longo about his pajama pants. I thought they were Christmassy, so I wanted Coach Longo to mention it. Instead, he mentions as Keyshawn takes the ball away, and Keyshawn throws it down. Keyshawn beat everybody there, including the basket there. You just saw it go down to try to score. Keyshawn with the dunk. You almost have to anticipate those, Coach.
Oh, yeah,
make sure we don't miss it. That's pretty good stuff. We've had a couple tonight where we've had guys going to the hole, Longcourt and Clay as well. Bradley's gone for a reverse from the right side to the left.
Well,
Bradley almost takes the ball away. And this time Dom tries to steal the ball, but he goes right through Van Kierenbrock. Dom commits the second foul. His second, team second in the third quarter. So here comes his brother, Rico Clay Jr. Jarius Rice comes in at the same time. He's also a junior. The juniors come in. Keyshawn's going to take a break. Didn't really limp, but he just kind of had an initial gimp there for a second. That's part of just playing hard when you're 15 to 18 years old.
Well,
Maple Leafs have the ball and working to get it in. Devils do a good job there. Van Kierenbrock comes to get it. Louthan has him. Numeral counterpart, 20 on 20. Made him pick it up. 25 feet, 30 feet from the basket. Finally, Nordstrom comes to help him, And Ryan Hill calls a timeout, figures stuff out. It's a 30. We'll just keep it here. There's 4:20 left in the third quarter. Devils lead 58-17. And, of course, Coach, they've ran off all 10 points of the third quarter.
Well, and it started at the defensive end. They've come out and basically put a stranglehold on the, Geneseo Maple Leafs as far as them getting to the basket, because there's been more steals than attempts at the basket, this quarter. Yeah, and the Blue Devils, well, and now's the time when you start, with 4:20 to go, you're up by 41, in the third quarter. Now's time where you start, getting your, bench in, and seeing what everybody can do, and, seeing who's going to run your stuff and who's going to defend like you want to defend, to earn playing time, against the better teams.
Maple Leafs get the ball in, and a great job there by Barrage. He came out, got the ball, just turned, and went right to the basket. Everything was spread out.
Somebody's got to step up and stop that.
Burridge, as they call it. I said Barrage. We'll go with Burridge. That is his legal name. He's going to shoot 2. First one is good. Foul was called on Trace Ruth. He just checked into the game, his first. I could have swore he came over and gave it number 14. I said, we put Dom out after he got after two fouls.
No, this Burridge kid, he's a good, solid kid, 6'2", only a sophomore. He could develop into a pretty good ball player.
Devils get down to the half-court set. In the right corner, down in the short corner. Rico misses, weak side, and a good job by Mark Louthen on the weak side. He gets the bucket and the putback. So after the run there to start the quarter off of 8, 14 going back to the halftime, Maple Leafs finally break into the scoring. We call it traveling and a timeout at the same time?
No, they basically called the timeout to get the
hurt kid
reserves in.
Oh, okay. With 3:49 in the third. Although they've got, Coach, they got the second period still up on the board.
I know.
It is the third, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you. I go, wait a minute. That was
I got up this morning about 4:30 to get ready to come, so and work all day, and yeah. I think it's the third.
You start looking up there and you go, wait a minute, I thought we got through the second. Devils playing man-to-man. Rice picking up a high. He's got Nordstrom. Right side, Clemens comes up, picks it up, takes it to the left, dribble to the left side. Rice switched off, good job, and Owen Parker steps up. That's 3 of them on the other sad. The other 2 guys in the game right now. We mentioned Burridge, and now here's a steal.
Good hands.
Salisbury, down court, and in for the layup. Avion Tate, he gets a second bucket in a row. I'll tell you, Avion got down so fast, and the passes go so fast, it's better just to wait for the Maple Leafs to get down here. Parker with a nice spin move on the right side. That was a nice move by Owen Parker. Parker with a spin move got out in front. Devils still lead 62-20. In the half-court set, right side Tate. Salisbury checked in also. Ruth, Rice, and Rico Clay Jr. Right side Tate, stopped at 16. Finds Clay. Clay went ahead and flashed, got it, lost it, but then they tracked it down. Ruth from the right side, no good for 3. Rice goes up, and I'll tell you what, that's some athletic ability. Out-jumped everybody for the putback.
Very active on the defensive and the offensive ends, Rice.
Not too bad a football player, too.
Very good football player.
Has he made a commitment where he's going?
I do not know.
We know Rico has said he's going to Illinois State. 2 minutes and 20 seconds counting left in this quarter. Oh, and a nice block there by Tate. He blocked the shot from the driving Burridge, but then the long pass luckily was tipped. Last touch by Parker.
Tried to thread the needle on that one, but, from half court down to the block, that's a hard needle to thread.
Ball lobbed inside, no good on the shot. Nice look for Tate. They just threw it up. The 2 men stand out there, and basically one, screens for the other guy. Maple Leafs in the half-court set. On the right side, Clements goes into Parker. Parker has it tipped away. Clay tips it, but Parker picks it back up. And he drops steps and good move to the basket. Ruth was there to try to stop him, but it was too late. He was already too deep. Rice inside, Clay.
Good pass.
And a great job there by Rico. The pass by Rice. Rico went from the left side with a reverse layup to the right side, and he gets his second bucket. He has an and one here, Coach.
I'm going to tell you what, those 2 football players, I believe, are going to help us, during the tough games and rest of the season. They bring that physical toughness that you like seeing come off the bench.
Rico with the bucket has a chance at that three-pointer. And he does complete it. Good job, Rico. And, of course, that three-pointer is brought to you by the Woodmark Building Center. Kevin's got good wood. Stop by and see him at 12th and Seminary Road. Half-court set.
Oh.
Well, and I knew Salisbury was going to steal it. That was I was waiting down here to see if Jacob could dunk one. Every time I'd wait to go down to the court.
Great job of getting in the passing lane. Making it tough for Geneseo to get into any kind of a semblance of an offense.
Jarius Rice, Jacob Salisbury, Trace Ruth, Avion Tate, and Rico Clay Jr. in there right now for the Devils. Playing man-to-man, 1:20 left in the third quarter. Devils lead this one, 67-22. Parker with a good move. Rico got beat, but Rico did try to decide to go around him and tip the ball away. Problem was when you come around so many times, they'll whistle for a foul. For Rico, it's his first foul of the night. For the Devils, it's their fourth, I believe, in the third quarter. One more, and they'll shoot the double bonus. Ball comes out high, quickly down to the right corner. Owen Parker line drives it. No good, but right inside. Maple Leafs are there. Shot no good. Ball off the glass. Fighting for it. Tate comes away with a rebound. Tate in transition. Tate all the way down. Off the glass. Avion, good move there as he takes it down. He has 6 points now.
Yeah, he got that steal, and he took off, and he wasn't going to be denied.
Put it in the second gear and went.
Oh, and he just tipped it away.
Tips away, and Salisbury goes down the right side. Ruth is there. All the way lob to the left side. Rico tried to go up and lob it in. Could not do that. Here come the Maple Leafs with 30 seconds left in the half. Check that, the third quarter. They'll get around to the third quarter here pretty soon. Clement's in trouble. Tate's going to take it away. No, it's going to be, I was surprised we didn't have a jump ball. Ball bounces around with 20 seconds. Inside, strong move to the hole, and good. Jack Chris with that shot. 69-22. Down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Devils have it out high. Rice with the basketball. Calling the directions. Comes left side, gets a screen. And the screen was late. Rico's going to be calling for the foul. He just came up. You've got to set the screen and let the guy bring it to you. And instead, he was in a hurry. Foul
definitely the ball handler's responsibility to shoulder to shoulder off the screen, set it up. Let them sit there. Don't let, as they're coming up, don't start your move. Let them get set.
And as we say, now with 1.4 seconds being knocked off, now 1.2, it is the responsibility. And if he doesn't come to you, the guard, don't go to him.
Yeah, don't lean. Don't, put your knee out there because they'll call that every time.
Ball's inbound at 1.2, partially blocked there. Good job by Avion Tate. And we have played 3 quarters here at Geneseo. Your score, the Blue Devils 69, the Maple Leafs 24. Back for the fourth stanza right here on.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health.
Back to action here. And if I cut the end of that off, it's going to be Blessing Health and Blessing Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe. That's what you would have heard there. Thank you to all our sponsors out there. And all the listeners out there as well. We keep asking for feedback. As you know, we're working on some cameras and some, technology, which is so cool for radio guys and old-timers like us and coaches, which that's what we were. Last quarter, and it's 69-24. Substitutions have come in. Max Wires has come into the ball game. Salisbury stays in. Emmerich Batley comes in. Avion Tate stays in, and Nathan Poulter in the ball game. So that's your Blue Devil lineup for the fourth quarter. We'll check the Maple Leafs here as the Devils come out in the man-to-man. We got a hold inside. Looks like Avion Tate is going to be calling for his first foul.
And Avion's down there battling with the 6'6" redhead from Geneseo, and he's a pretty decent ball player.
Yeah, Parker's got, he had 2, 4, 6, 8 in the first. He's got 4 on the back side, so he's got 12 for the night. Looking for him, but instead comes out high. Batley is guarding. Good defense there. Parker from the top of the key, misses a three. Batley gets the rebound. Looks for an outlet here to Poulter in front of us. Nathan tracks it down in front of the coaching staff of the Blue Devils. Emmerich looked, but it goes right side to Salisbury, back to the left. Poulter with Batley in the high post. Short corner is Tate. Wires has it on the right side, goes into the second block. Batley quickly kicks it back out. Max Wires with his foot on the line. Three, no point, good. Tate, weak side rebound. He'll take it to the opposite side, no good. Parker gets the strong rebound there for Geneseo. In transition, shot from three. No good, rattles it around. Poulter comes away with the rebound. Shot was taken there by Nordstrom. In transition, Wires has it left side, goes to the short corner left. Tate will go to the right side. Batley for three, no good. Tipped around, here comes Geneseo the other way. In transition, Nordstrom goes into the corner quickly with that shot. Air balls the opposite side. Poulter's there.
Good box out by Poulter.
We started a track meet here. Poulter goes all the way coast to coast. And the reason he got that shot, you got to give an assist almost to Tate, who was kind of pinching his man in there. Devils drop back man-to-man. 6 minutes left in this ball game. Stick around for the post game. Devils with a 71-24 lead in this one. Goes left side. Defense, Batley. Oh, and Salisbury had it stolen, but his last dribble hit the baseline. Substitution. Cale Whitaker will check in. Checking out is Ludwig on the Geneseo side. And we are running clock. I had to look up to see it. It took so long for it to go 1 second. Ball out. Tate knocks over the man and then tracks down the ball. Gets it out here. Salisbury's right in front of the basket. Salisbury misses. Inside Tate. Tate strong. Oh, and it just rolls off. Avion with a good move there. First a good pass. Salisbury had it. Parker, good move to the hole, and Parker, a spin move to the basket, fouled, and he'll get an and one.
Yeah, a good strong move by the big redhead. You know, going to the basket. I'd like to see the Blue Devils step up there and get a charge on that because he was a little bit out of control.
Well, at 6'6", he's pretty solid.
Well,
Somebody's thinking, you know, and that's what you don't think. You basically react.
I let every 6'6" guy run me over when I was a junior, and that's how I got to play.
Batley on the foul, the second for the Devils, his first. Ruth in, Tate out. Kind of like Verderber at 6'6" when I guarded him and said, Now, Mr. Official, you're telling me my chin fouled his elbow.
Oh, yeah.
I got you there. And completing the three-point play, there was Parker, 71-27. Devils getting the half-court set. Poulter fires from the corner. No good. Rebound comes away, Geneseo. Geneseo tries to track down fast. Parker gets stopped right away by Max Wires. In the half-court set now. Nordstrom drives. Salisbury was there. It comes back out to Parker. Wires guards Parker. Now, he can match up. Max can as a linebacker in physicality.
Oh, yeah.
Long shot from three. Good. And a nice shot there out of Nordstrom. We haven't heard from him since he had a 3 and 2 buckets in the first quarter. So we've done a nice job of shutting him down. Here comes the Maple Leafs with a steal. Down court. Burridge with the bucket. His first basket of the ball game. And it's an 8-point not run, but 8 points in this quarter. Devils with the basketball. In the half-court set. Come on, come join us. There you are.
And Geneseo's in a 2-3 zone, so let's see if we can run a good set and get a good shot.
High post to Batley. Oh, and he bounces it down. He thought Ruth was open, but Trace was going to the corner instead of going to the block. And if he went to the block, that would have been a layup and an assist.
We've gotten a little bit sloppy here the last couple of minutes running up and down the floor. I'd like to see them, and I know Coach would like to see them run their stuff, against the 2-3 zone, run your sets, get a good open look.
Approaching 3 minutes left in this one. New guy into the ball game. And number 10 is not in my book. Let me look up here. Nope, he's not on the roster either. So we got a nice afro there, bouncing around, kind of a 70s look. Drives to the basket, misses. Wires has the rebound. 2-on-2. Max takes it down. Goes underneath the basket, kicks it back out. Trace Ruth off the right side, no good. Good shot there as he found Ruth off the right side for three. Maple Leafs had the basketball. Owen Parker. Boy, he's really, I'll tell you what, he's showing his spots in the Western Big Six. Strong kid here. Add a few more players around him as the foul was called on Rice. Is Rice even in there? They haven't got it up yet. There it is, number 13, Ruth. His second one. And the team's third of this quarter. No fouls on the other side with 2:12 and counting. Trace takes a seat. Avion Tate comes back in.
Well, like I say, this is an audition for playing time down the road for the Blue Devils.
Parker almost had that one. It went all the way around the rim and just kind of hung. Fell out. He went 0 for 2 on this one. Prior to that, he was 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. Substitution. Number 13, Grant Baumlenny, into the ball game for Geneseo. Box out of bounds play. Coming out to that corner was Baumlenny. Comes back out high to our phantom player, number 10. Over to the left side, Salisbury playing man-to-man. The rest of the Devils are too. Takes it down to the corner. Quickly has to come back out high. Eli Ford into the ball game, wearing number 12 for the Maple Leafs. Now, and I like it too. They're running a fundamental offense.
Yep.
Drops it inside and a good drop step. That was Kyle Whitaker, hits the bucket inside. He looks a little bit like a smaller Owen Parker. Not quite red hair, but a solid kid. Salisbury fires from the side, no good. Rebound was there, dribbled it off of the foot of Whitaker. As we got 1 minute left in this one, we'll follow the Maple Leafs down for an offensive set. I like what they're doing too. They're taking their time to really run an offensive set, even though the score is where it's at. And that's what we talk about. Get the work done. Whitaker gets pushed out by Poulter into the corner. Devils pushing it way out there. Comes back to the right side. That's Kress, excuse me. Number 10, our phantom player, drives baseline. And he gets blocked out of bounds. So Maple Leafs with the ball, 30 seconds on the clock. Probably one opportunity and maybe, just maybe, a steal or something on the other end for the Devils. Maybe one transition depending on this. Ball goes into our phantom player. Quickly taken away by Poulter. On the floor, those the Maple Leafs. Down to 15. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Devils ball with 12 seconds left and running. Now it's down to 9 seconds left.
I think it's over.
Yeah, and Wires is not going to shoot this one.
No.
I was ahead of him for this one, too. I was ready for that last second shot. And there is the final horn here at Geneseo. Blue Devils in the first game of the Western Big Six. And, of course, you know what I always like to say, and I haven't been saying it much this year, taking care of business, and the Devils do tonight 71-34 for a big victory, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, they came out, did what they had to do, got after it on the defensive end, especially the starting five, and, probably go, a couple, three more deep, that you didn't lose a whole heck of a lot. They executed, but once again, defensive end, getting the deflections, going the other way, and getting the easy baskets. That's what did it tonight for the Blue Devils.
Well, as we mentioned, Coach, the whole key to come in is to put our game together. And even though it was Geneseo, we come in, as a heavy favorite. There's no doubt about that. But we did exactly what we did. And when the new guys came in, other than that, there was about 3 or 4 transitions up and down where it looked like an NBA game.
Yeah.
3, 3, 3, 3.
NBA game?
Yeah, no doubt. It looked ugly is what it looked like for a second there.
It was a little bit sloppy,
yeah.
And that's the one thing, with Coach, he's, looking at them and, guys, let's run our stuff. Let's get after it defensively. Let's get out on transition, and get the easy looks. And, I thought they settled down quite a bit. The first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter was a track meet. After that, they settled down. They ran their stuff. They got good looks, and played pretty well.
Well, that will do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Do stick around, though. We've got the Hardy's post-game show. We'll talk to Coach Andy Douglas, and his comments are brought to you by QHS. And then we'll pick it up with the Freiburg Insurance Agency Player of the Game, and it's all right here as we wrap things up. The final score, though, here from Geneseo, Blue Devils win the first Western Big Six game on the road. The score, the Quincy Blue Devils 71 and the Geneseo Maple Leafs 34. I'm Jeff Wellman. Dave Pettit's out here, and glad you were with us. Stick around for the postgame show right here on Mecca Sports.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiberg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get us biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And back here at Geneseo, it's the postgame show brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. 8 o'clock this morning, Matt Longo was there with a group, and he was checking out Brian Harms. I think Brian was there on a Friday. Lose track of my days.
He usually works mornings, so, Brian's usually there from 6 a.m. to, he probably tries to get out of there about 1 or 2.
And we thank Brian and the crew at Hardee's there. And we'll be in there a couple times, I'm sure, throughout the season, stopping in to talk about the Devils and the Raiders and everything else. But tonight it's the Devils as they start off in the first quarter up 29-9, took it to halftime 48-17, 3 quarters 67-24, and they wrap it up 71-34. And, of course, with a running clock and your subs in sometimes you don't get as much scoring, but it's not about that. It's about execution and what you accomplished tonight.
Well, it's about execution and, giving the kids an opportunity to earn more playing time and when the minutes are, quote unquote, more meaningful. You know what I mean? And, I thought she saw some good things off the bench today.
Indeed we did. Hey, let's break it down here. First for Geneseo, who now was started 0-4, now at 0-5, 0-1 in the conference. Owen Parker, the big guy inside, ended up with 15 points. Played really nice out there, had a nice game. Good job in there. Good luck to him. Also, Landon Nordstrom had 10 points. He really picked up the scoring early in the game for this team, had the ball in his hands a lot. 4 points out of Jack Kress. He's had 4 different names here tonight, pronunciations. Number 3, Jaden Burridge. He had 3 points as well, had a bucket and a free throw. And Cale Whitaker with 2 points also. Had a number of 5 or 6 more guys that got in there to play, and you heard them throughout the ball game. On the other side for the Blue Devils, now 4-0, 1-0 in the conference. They were led in scoring by BL3. He had 21. Keyshawn Thomas had 12. That makes 21-12. Rush. There we go. 8 points came out of Dom Clay in the starting lineup. Then we got a lot of distribution. Cameron Wires got 7 points. 6 points out of Mark Louthan. 6 out of Avion Tate, who got into the ball game. Dropped down to 4 out of Jarius Rice Jr. And Salisbury got in, did not score. Trace Ruth got in, did not score. Emmerich Batley got in, did not score. And Max Wires got in and did not score. And I think I hit everybody else. So 2 in the double figures with Longcore and Thomas, but really a team effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was, defensive end, especially the first group or the first 8, they did a heck of a job, defensively. Turn it over, transition offense, easy buckets, and they sprinted out to the big first quarter lead. And then they, extended it, to halftime. So, I mean, did a heck of a job on the defensive end.
And now we turn around, and this is what we always talk about. I don't care if it was Alleman, Geneseo, or who it is you're playing on Friday night. The conference week, the Devils pay attention to that. And then they might pay attention just a little bit to Deerfield, but now they will spend their time looking at Deerfield in a non-conference game. And like you said, Coach, ranked right now, where are they ranked?
Well, I think they're like 18th or 19th in 3A, but like I say, their only loss was to Gurney Warren, who's number 1 in 4A, and that was a 12-pointer, over Thanksgiving. So, it's a team that you're going to have to be ready for, and let's get home tonight, get off our feet, get ready to go, and maybe start looking at some film of Deerfield tomorrow and figure out what we're going to do, and then Blue Devil Gymnasium will be rocking tomorrow night.
Usually when I hear of Gurney, was that where Weber was at?
Yeah, Gurney Warren.
Of course, Weber came down to East Moline, and then he's been retired a couple years. Not retired, still teaching, but he went over to Iowa?
Yeah, he's coaching his daughters over at Bettendorf.
There we go.
He's got his oldest girl's a senior and his youngest girl's a freshman that's playing on the varsity level. So, he's with his kids, and you can't fault the guy for that.
Oh, not at all. In fact, when you put a career in there too, after time, it's worth it. Now, if you're watching here a little bit here, you got to see their gym a little bit, but we're going to try to turn around, and when Coach comes out here to talk to us, we're going to try to give you Coach. Hey, there's Jeff Wellman right there. This is what he looks like getting ready for play-by-play. Whoops. And if I head the other way and pot up a little bit, there you are. And there's Coach Pettit. So there we are, a couple ugly mugs. We got the faces for radio, but I'm not complaining at all on that one as we do a little adjusting. As you can tell here, even now, folks, I'm trying to do a little adjusting to get our shot, but you can hear we're just a second behind on that. That's part of technology, and we're really doing a pretty good job tonight of really working with the levels and all that. So, Coach, what's better is if you just come in the screen when I start doing this, and then that way, wherever the screen's at, that's where you two end up. So.
No. You're going to do the talking. I'm going to give him the thing, and you guys can talk.
Indeed. Coach Douglas will be here. And, of course, his comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, and they're getting so close to getting that shop done and the new lot. I got to get by there. And, of course, they're pretty excited about the car and the magnets on there with Mecca Sports as well as QHS. We got the Devils on there. We haven't put the Raiders on because I haven't had a Raiders game yet. We'll put them on as well. But we mentioned getting over there and showing them the car and maybe having some pictures with the salespeople. They're all for it. So thank you to Jason Buxman and also to Jeff Kahn and all the people there at QHS Honda and Hyundai.
No score from Notre Dame, Payson and the Raiders going tonight. Yeah, Liberty and Central playing tonight too. That should be a decent game. Well, Central's just getting their football players into basketball shape.
Central, a great season again after last year, taking it all the way to state. This year they had Althoff on the run, didn't they? And Althoff was quite the impressive ball team.
They didn't have them on the run.
No, I didn't mean on the run. They had them on their run to state. No, there was no run this year. Now, you do know I did call it last year, but then I had kind of watched the team. But then Althoff revamped and was pretty darn good this year as they win the state title. So.
Well, they got that running back. You got somebody like that. Shoot.
Yeah, 438 yards maybe or something like that rushing.
Yeah, 500 plus total yards, going to Oregon. And they're saying he's going to play as a freshman. They're not going to redshirt him. He's going to play as a freshman. I'm like, oh, boy, he must be pretty good.
And we talk about Williams from Hannibal. Of course, he's up there at the University of Notre Dame doing a good job there as well. I am watching Coach, too, because I get a chance while we're waiting for Coach Douglas to watch the screen in our talking to see if we're getting close to being synced on there. Not in sync, the band.
Well, East St. Louis is playing McClure North tonight. Who do you think's going to win that one?
East St. Louis might have the odds, and especially in the postseason football. Coach Bruner and I were following it, and until Chatham, I think it was, scored 14 points, they had shut out everybody in the postseason. They're pretty impressive stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And think back to East St. Louis, Lincoln, and Assumption, all in the same little area there. Well, tonight, hey, do you want to go ahead and pick our player of the game while we're
Let's go ahead and do it. I'm thinking we have to go. I mean, you had a lot of people that did stuff here. I'll tell you what, let's get the coach.
Well, I knew you were going to do that. At the minute you said let's take our player of the game, it was going to catch up. So, well, we're trying, Coach. We may have to spin it all around and see if I can get it to you because for some reason it liked me and Coach Pettit. There you are. Let's see if it comes down. We're going to wait there. There's Coach. There they are. Awesome there. Coach, you're looking good there. I'll tell you what. Hey, we'll start with this game, and the key was defense. And we talked about it. Your team came out, played some great man-to-man, but then we got into the 1-2-2, and the defense translated into the offense, and that's where the whole game started.
Yeah, our goal was to come out aggressive defensively. work to get more of this put in where we can, speed teams up when we need to, and then at the same time slow teams down when we need them to slow down as well. But, proud of our group coming out focused. I didn't think the game got away from us. It wasn't, a sloppy game by any means, and sometimes when you go into these, that kind of takes place. Guys shared the ball really well. I mean, everybody contributed, early on and really throughout the course of the game.
And I think we talked about it from last weekend. The guy that very well could have been on the all-tournament team was the whole key to it tonight at the point, but also at the point of the defense, and that's Cameron Wires.
Yeah, Cam's been great. I mean, he's a kid that, knows his role and he plays it extremely well. I mean, he's locked down defensively. He's extremely aggressive there. He's gotten better. I mean, it was a concern with us going into the summer. Can he play without picking up fouls? And at that time, we didn't have much of a bench, so we were looking at, hey, we need to make sure that we're staying out of foul trouble, keeping guys on the floor, and he's done a really good job of that defensively. And then offensively, he's making the right play. He's not trying to force too much. He's letting the game come to him, and he had another really good game tonight.
And, of course, games like tonight, you get a chance to get that bench off there. Coach talked about in the pregame, we love Rice Jr. and also Clay Jr., Rico that is. They came out and did that. And then when the other guys got in there late, other than late when it became like 3 or 4 times down the court, it looked like I mentioned to Coach an NBA game because it was firing back and forth. But I think they really stayed in touch with what the Devils were doing.
Yeah, they did. And, again, they kept it clean. That's a time all groups, no matter if it's the first group, second group, third group, like all groups have something that they need to improve on. And, I thought tonight just getting into our offense, getting the ball moving, staying spaced, they did a really good job of. And then defensively, that's been our week. This week has been all around defense, keeping the ball in front, being in gap help off the basketball. And for the most part, it wasn't, beautiful the entire night, but for the most part, it was solid.
That sounds like a winner here, and now we got to get back home for Deerfield. I'm going to stop because if I don't, I'll be the end of the year banquet mentioning how we were always running late because I had to ask a couple more questions. And so, but with that, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you tomorrow. And shoot around tomorrow morning?
Yep,
right.
Always.
We got to come out and do a little check on our equipment beforehand, but nice win here. Safe trip home.
All right, thanks, guys.
And, of course, that's Andy Douglas. His comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, we'll have the player of the game and wrap stuff up from Geneseo.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And we are back here at Geneseo. After last night, Coach, you stay out there. After last night, the janitor, at the very end of our post-game show, decided to pull the plug because he pulled the one for the Quincy High girls scoring table. So when I see something go dark for a second, that happened for the first time in my 20-some years plus, and so now I'm kind of leery of that. So, hey, the post-game player of the game, and, of course, brought to you by the Freiburg Insurance Agency. What do you got?
Bradley Longcore set the pace tonight. He had 4 or 5 assists, and he only played probably half the game tonight. 21 points, probably 4 or 5 assists, 3 or 4 rebounds. Gosh, probably 5 or 6 steals. I mean, because the defense tonight was, superb, by the Blue Devils against Geneseo. Now, tomorrow night's going to be a completely different situation. You've got Deerfield coming in. I don't know what they did tonight. I was trying to see that, but they play New Trier at New Trier tonight. And then they're making the 5-hour jaunt. Well, probably closer to 6 hours with them being on the north side of Chicago, to get down here to Blue Devil Gymnasium. And like I say, their only loss is to Gurney Warren, who's ranked number 1 in the state of Illinois. And that was a 12-point loss. So this is a team that's going to come and compete. And, it's going to be dynamite tomorrow night at Blue Devil Gymnasium.
Good deal. Come out or listen to us out here. That was the player of the game, by the way, is Bradley Longcore. We'll take a break from Freiburg Insurance, our sponsor of the player of the game. When we come back to wrap it up right here from Geneseo with the Blue Devils, a big win.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
At Blessing Health, our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And when you hear the blowers, you know they're doing the bleachers, and we're the last ones in.
It's time to go.
So, hey, last-minute comments, our coach, out of this ball game. We heard from Coach Douglas, and we also picked our player of the game. Pretty good stuff for the Friday night. What's your last thoughts?
Well, I say we did what we had to do. Came out defensively, put them away early. Let's face it, 29-9 after one. Then you come out with a good second quarter, and was it 57-24 at the second quarter?
At the end of the 1 and a half was 48-17.
48-17. So, we were up by 31 at that time period. Didn't get sloppy second half. Came out, took care of the basketball. Not a lot of turnovers tonight. Did a good job on the offensive glass as well as the defensive glass. And, that's the recipe for victory, for the Blue Devils this year.
Awesome there, Coach. Thank you very much there, and thank you for listening out there tonight. We are so glad you're here as the Blue Devils win this one and wrap up our Hardy's postgame show from Geneseo. Your final score one more time: the Quincy High Blue Devils 71, the Geneseo Maple Leafs 34, and you've been listening to Wellman and Pettit right here.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get us biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.